Hey everyone, going on here with another Wix tutorial. In this video, we're going to learn how to create a restaurant booking website. And without wasting any time, let's get right through it. But before you get started, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that and click on the bell notification button. That way, when we release a new video, you'll be notified. Alright, so what you see in the background is the blog site that we created in the last video. I showed you this part, this section, the heroes section, how to create this slider right here. But now in this video, we are going to look at something a bit different. Something to do with bookings, online bookings, and we are going to design a menu for the restaurant on the site. So to begin with, let's go to your Wix account. Of course, you already know how to get a Wix account by now. Just use your Google or Facebook. If just go to, let me just show you it. Okay, so if you just go to wix.com or wixstudio.com on the login or the get started button, that's where you find the sign up page. Just use the continue with Google or continue with Facebook button. You can also use email, password, and confirm your email, and you're good to go. So once you are in the account, you'll get a few pop-ups to prompt you on creating a new website. But if you already know the steps, you can just skip through those ones and go straight to the templates. Now, this is what we are going to do. We might take a few minutes to look at the templates, but I like creating from scratch. Not sure why. So this is these are the ways to create websites. One is using the Wix Studio templates. One is using the Wix Studio blank canvas. Start from scratch. Another way is using the Studio sitemap and wireframes. Now we talked about wireframes in the last tutorial. It's available on udemy.com, the full course, but also on the YouTube there's the full video showing you everything. So another way is for using a studio template, and if you watched our last video, you know we talked about how to make money with Wix affiliate program, and we also talked about the Wix partner program. So the Wix partner program is what allows you to post your website, to design and sell your websites on the Wix marketplace. Okay, the Wix Studio marketplace. So this is what we are talking about, the Studio template marketplace. This is the place for people who are selling the templates, and then we have the Wix editor, the usual Wix editor which you have been using for many years now, and then using your own template. So let's start with Studio template for now. We probably should open up all these ways, maybe blank canvas, maybe Studio and wireframes, and the Studio template marketplace as well. So we can take a look at all of them. Alright, so what we are looking at is the studio templates right now. So all you need to do is just search for restaurant. And hit enter. Okay, there we go. We have some restaurant sites. So if you want to see how it looks like, you have to click on the view button. But if you want to go straight to the editor, the Wix Studio editor for editing your website, you just click on edit to take you to the template edit. So what I do is use this button while holding down the control button on the keyboard so that it opens up in a new tab. And when it opens up in a new tab right here, I'll be doing my own stuff through others as this one loads maybe. But this is a template, this is how it looks like. So I like to leave them to load and I look for more. This is the process of you creating your free restaurant booking website using the Wix Studio editor, using Wix Studio 2 and Wix. Maybe if you are still a fan of Wix editor, you can check it out, it's still available. But Wix recommends you migrate all your sites to the Wix Studio. So let's try connect to Facebook first of all. Okay, so let's look at some of these templates and see. So first one here, we have order online and reservations. Now, based on how this template is set up, some of the buttons might be working. I think they are working. You can tell by the link down there in the bottom left corner. So this might be an Instagram account connected to your website that is showing this stuff, the latest posts from your Instagram page. Okay, so this is a nice template. Depends on your skills of building website. If you are just beginning, probably want to use a template and edit it, place your photos, and you are good to go. But this is a little bit advanced. If you're not advanced, you should check out our basic tutorials about the Wix tutorial and how to build websites in Wix. We have videos, very long ones. Okay, not very long ones. Just a couple, like 1 hour video showing you everything you need to know about Wix Studio, and a few short ones about the Wix dashboard and some more stuff about Wix. So this is a good template if you don't have those skills. If you are still like a basic website designer. Now don't forget these methods we are using is drag and drop. You don't need to learn any coding skills, but if you know how to code, the better. Because if you know how to code, then you know how everything works here, or how all these effects work. You probably also know about what we call CSS. You see, if we switch between tablet mode and mobile version mode. So if you know about CSS, Flexbox, and all that stuff about HTML and CSS and JavaScript, so you know how to do this, how you know how to create responsive websites using code, but we are not using code again. Whereas here we are fans of drag and drop. So again, you take some time and look through templates and maybe choose the one that looks nice to you. the one that looks the one that fits your whole business idea. Okay, but in this video we are just going to build a very simple site, very simple restaurant booking website, just to show you how it actually works and how to create those menu, how to create the bookings pages, set up the bookings pages. Not something very big. So next tab here, this is another way to build your Wix Studio website, and it's a way of creating from a blank canvas. But let's look at this last. First, let's take a look at visual site maps and wireframes. So site map, let's take a look at site map next. But first, let's take a look at the Wix Studio templates. So what we just saw here are the free templates right here. Free Wix Studio templates. All these ones are free for you to edit and use for your website. Whether it's an e-commerce or it's a marketing site, they are all here for free. Now the next ones, these ones are from the Wix Studio Marketplace. So all the templates here are paid. As you can see, they have the price down there, 39. This one is free. Someone gave it out for free on the marketplace. This yeah, very few. As we just did, we just need to look for the correct industry, and on the left hand side here, if you click on industry, below the site type, you look for maybe restaurant, something like that. So you click on restaurant, and all websites related to restaurants and bookings will load up. If you want, you can also go on and filter the options a little bit more by choosing the site feature, making sure that every site right here that is shown has a restaurant feature. You can also filter by saying we need also something that has a booking feature in it. Then next is maybe the price. If you are going to purchase, you probably want to know how much is the site template, but the price is already there. Then business site, yeah, I guess these ones don't apply, but you can choose if you want a site that also has a page for services, or a section for services. So in the last video we broke down everything. You should know what a section is, what a column is, what else do we take a look at? You guys tell me. You can leave in the comments what you learned from the last videos, but I'm sure I showed you everything to do with their sections, with columns, how they operate, and even grids. So this is how you look for a site template. If you have some money to spend, I'll show you how to get the free ones. So the next one, again, you just click on this one. It will take you to the page for this particular creator, the one who created this site template. And then if you want, you can view template or purchase it, and then complete by going to Wix Studio Editor and editing it. So if I clicked on the purchase button right here, I believe you probably already have some cards connected to it. And also, again, in the last video I showed you, we talked about the cards, what types of cards you can get. I think that was in another video where we talked about the best online shopping websites that you can use. So this is the checkout page. All we need to do is click on continue and use one of the payment methods connected to this account. I don't have any, so I have to create a new one, and then place order and pay, and you are good to go with your site template. So that is another way to create websites. First way was free templates. The next one is templates which are paid. The next one is visual sitemap and wireframes. Visual sitemaps and wireframes. The way this work is you have to fill in a couple of details right here regarding your site and describe the business and what's the name of your business and where it's located. And once you have that information, you just click on continue and maybe some more information down here, and then you have a sitemap created for you. And what the sitemap is just a layout. It's a layout for your website. As you can see on the right hand side, there's an example that shows you. If you just go to Google, maybe search for sitemap, and you make sure you go to images. So visual sitemap is basically a layout for your website, how your website is going to flow. So if someone comes to the home page, where do they go next? And when they get to the home page, where they go, sorry, when they get to that page, where they go next? So you can also call it a flow map, but sitemap is a little bit different. So these are just all examples of sitemaps and uh, visual sitemap and wireframe. So wireframe will be the whole wireframe of what this the wireframe that tries to complement or tries to implement this sitemap. That's the wireframe. So let's say like these pages, you have home page and features. So for the wireframe, it would have these pages, but they don't have any content. They are just having some placeholders. Let's take a look. You can take a look at that. Maybe if you go back to the home page, if you go back to the dashboard, you can try to create a new website and they will ask you for wireframes. So wireframes I showed you in the last video. If you come to this is the last way, this is another way to create websites, and is to use blank canvas. So blank canvas is the one we are looking at right now. And if you come to, I showed you all these ones, everything I showed you in the last video. So we are going to go a little bit faster in this video. Okay, so if you are still looking for the buttons, if you don't know where to go regarding layers or something, I will still be showing you everything. But if you prefer, you can check out our last video where I take you through all the basics slowly by step. So from the layers, from elements, you go to plus, then you go to this is the add elements button, which takes you to all these sections and then wireframes. So again, these are sections. All these ones are sections. Each section with the button, text, and then some sections have an image on the side and text on the side. These ones are grids and cells. So this section has two grids and probably two cells. So this section has two grids, probably two cells. Sometimes this image might be sitting on another cell and this text on another cell, so which makes this section to have two grids and three cells. Yeah, you follow? So those are this is what we are talking about here for sections. But for wireframes, they are like sections, but they don't have any content. If you notice, for the sections, they have some content within them, some images. But for wireframes, they are just text to let's just say text to wireframes, text and let's say placeholders. You call them placeholders for the images. So all you need to do is click on change image to change the background image. Click on the text to edit the text. If you're looking for images, you probably want to use the free images from media, from Wix, or from unsplash.com, because the Shutterstock images, these ones are paid. So let's use ones from media from Wix and search for restaurant. Okay, maybe we start with this. Maybe we start with this or this. Let's go with this gentleman, this big man. Actually, it's some kind of a Japanese restaurant or something. Which means we need to change this text from black to white. But this up here is the menu, and to add to the menu you need to create more pages. Maybe if you want to bring in your own logo, this is where we go. So the thing is, if you notice right now we have a stack. This stack is like a group. So group includes this logo and the text. So this stack, if you click on the stack and also click on the item within the stack, in this case is vector art. So the vector art can be changed by clicking on the change vector art, and then you can place your own logo if it's a vector, but if it's an image you have to upload it separately. So if you search for restaurant, you have that, then it's, what can we call our restaurant? Let's call it the big dish restaurant. This is the simplest we are doing, just changing some text, but if you want to make it a little bit advanced, you might want to do some more edits to it. So that's changing the text. Just simply select the text and go to the right hand side in the inspector panel, and from the inspector panel you just look for the settings about text. In this case the text color, we give it white. So from black to white, and then maybe the buttons need some work. Select each button within the stack and you change the color of the button, but we probably want to bring in some more warm colors. If you click on the plus button, you can bring in and choose your own color. If you bring in your own logo, it comes with the colors and you can pick them from there using this pick or this eyedropper tool. So that's the color right there. And then the next button here, but before we leave that, this button, there's what we call the hover effect. So the hover effect is what happens if someone brings the mouse on top of this button. So when they bring the mouse on top of the button, the color is going to change, maybe from that color to which one? Maybe to this one, and then the text. If you click on the text, it will be black in that case. So that means you have the regular and the hover. Then maybe we go to the next one and we say, first of all, it doesn't have a fill color. This is the background color, so it's on 0, which means you can go to border instead, and it has a border of width 1 pixel width, 100%. So what we need to do is change the color from black to maybe this one, but it's not contrasting well with this other color, so probably want to edit this a little bit. Anyways, that's the background, so that's the border color, not the background color, and the text will be maybe white text. Okay, then for the hover effect, I see that there's a background color, maybe it will be this one or this one, then the text will be black. Then the photo in the background, I think we need to change it. Let's try this one. So we click on the text and go to edit text and say welcome to the Big Dish restaurant. Nice, nice. Okay, now this button right here has some black line on it. That's the border. So let's look at the border. It's too dark. Maybe we can change its color from black to maybe this gray. Yeah, maybe like that. That's the first thing we have created, and the next one is to see about the services here. But what you can do, before going so far, you should have your reference ready. Reference, maybe it was a sitemap that was showing you the pages that you need to have. Maybe it was like a reference website from somewhere. So what you can do is search for restaurant website, and then you can go to images, and in the last video I also showed you other sites you can use as a search. Maybe behance.net is owned by Adobe. So examples are here. Have something that shows you probably want to add some buttons up there. Maybe you probably want to make this a slider. I think ours is already a slider, right? If you come to the layers right here and you come to the welcome page, the stack right here that we have just I think it's just one element, which means it's not a slider, not a slider. So if we come back to this page here and go to add section, and then that will take us to these elements. If you go to add element and then you go to sections and you look for, okay, I think they have no sliders here, but you can go to wireframes, there are sliders. If you go to slideshow, you can choose one of these. I think we were supposed to choose this or this or even this one. So you probably also want to go to ChatGPT and maybe get some help creating the text that is going to appear in your site, right? So for us, our reference will be somewhere, maybe this one. So we can add customize every recipe. You can also add a section that tells people that you can offer shipping, and maybe talks about some offers. and then we have a section. So this is about the news. This is probably about the news. So maybe you can have a blog part on your site. Okay, now as you do your research, let's first take a look for a little bit. Let's take a break or a few seconds, few moments to look at our people from TikTok and see. Oh, some people from YouTube too. Okay. So if you guys have, if any of you has like a website that you would like to build, I want you to leave it in the comments or contact me so we can build it together. Maybe you can give you some help live on the channel. So what I want us to do is first maybe connect with these guys on Facebook. Alright, so this is the slider, and what I was trying to show you is if you go to layers and you go to slideshow repeater. So this is where you can edit your slider items. First one, second one, third. Okay, so that's why, and then you might also want to change maybe the color of these buttons, something like that. Let's try to change this image very quick. Let's type menu. Save that. This is maybe we can go to background. You see on the right hand side, if you go to the inspector panel, the background color and the image opacity, you can take up, increase the background color, but it's not visible right now because we have the image instead of the background color. So once the background color is 100%, we can reduce the image opacity. In that case, we can see more of the text on top of it, but you still need to change the color of the text in order for it to be visible enough. So here is what we can do. Instead of going on to change text by text, these are some of the first settings you need to go to before you proceed so much. So instead of changing the text color, you can just go to the site styles and change the actual site color. So what I see is that this black is probably coming from here. So you can change this black to white. I think that will solve our problem for now, but it disorganizes some of the other stuff around your site. Some of the text which was black is now white and it's not visible. That's the only issue you probably will face. So let's just go back to black for now, but at least you have seen how to change your site colors. So if you wanted all the buttons that are orange to be brown or red, this is where you just go. It's the same thing with the text. If you want all your big paragraphs to be in a certain font, this is where you go to the heading 2, heading 3, paragraphs, etc. So that's the button right here called site styles, right? So you have seen the layers, that's how they work. You have seen the site styles, and you have seen this button add elements. So the next button we should look at right now is called the apps, and we are looking at this button earlier in the video because we are here to create a restaurant booking website. So what we need to do is just search for bookings, or even better, you can just search for restaurant, and you need to look out for, if possible, you can just type, you can just type Wix restaurant, so that they bring up the exact Wix app or Wix restaurants app, as you can see in this case here. Wix restaurants menu and Wix table reservations, Wix restaurants orders. So if you install one, I believe the appropriate plugins for the others will come with it. So this is how it does. You can customize your menus. You can choose a mix of layouts depending on if the customer is viewing your site on the mobile or on the tablet. And these are all responsive, very responsive. You don't have to do a lot of work. Just edit it, maybe reduce some space between the elements, but not so much to edit. Or maybe just adding your photos and adding your details for your restaurant, for your menu. And the rest I think is handled by Wix. Maybe just a few settings, just a few clicks here and there. So you can create and manage your menus on the go, and then just click on add to site. Now you'll start creating and designing menus for your restaurant booking website. Alright, so this is the big moment right here. This is the big moment right here. Alright, so I think that app is added. We need to go. It should redirect us back to the editor without us clicking anywhere. It should be redirecting us back to the editor. Doesn't, you just click, just close it. So let's see if it has come. If you go to pages right here on the left hand side, there should be the pages, and what I see is the restaurant page. We have a page for the menu so far, so that means that the app has been added. Maybe we can try to refresh the page just to see the effect. And something else we should probably do is save this site. So to save the site, the site is already saved automatically. We just need to name the site. But for me, I like to publish the site. That's why I've just clicked on this publish button right there, top right corner. So this publish button gives me access to this free domain name here. It's going to be the big restaurant. Needs to not have these dashes. Big restaurant. Okay, it's too long now. Big restaurant. Wait, I think there's something. Maybe it's the issue with my internet. Don't understand. Big restaurant or big eat. Yeah, so probably an issue with my internet. That's why the restaurant app didn't load. So let's restart this. Let's refresh the page. So you guys should probably have some good machine because these responsive sites, I believe, these responsive website builders, I believe, take some RAM. Okay, now that you have refreshed our page, our editor, we need to go back to pages and see about this menus page, restaurants menu page. Okay, so this is how it looks like, and if you want to edit your menu, you should probably already have your restaurant menu somewhere. So if you want to edit your menu, just click on the menu right here. Of course, you just give your page some time to load. A few minutes, depends on the speed of your computer and the speed of your internet. So once you click on the menu, you'll have manage menus right here. But if you want to reduce like the space within the items, if you want to change the color of the text, change the color of these labels, just go to settings. But if you go to manage menus, it will take you like to the dashboard, to redirect you to the dashboard in a pop-up menu, or in a pop-up window right here, which you can close anytime. So from this pop-up window, as you can see from your website dashboard, you just look for the restaurant menu. You can start adding your items in the menu. So let's say I have one item. Let's try to go back to these examples. Seeing this clearly, then try to open tab and tab. Maybe it's going to be more visible. This is called roll salmon sushi, $50. So let's say you have that one. Or there's this one called dragon sushi. Uh, why are we even complicating things? Let's say you just have a Rolex, right? Rolex, not the watch. I don't know what's the correct spelling for Rolex. That is not the watch. It's Rolex page. So our Rolex might be capital, might be double L. Tap into our Rolex. I thought I had they put it in the dictionary. I had our Rolexes in the dictionary. How come it's not here? Okay, let's say you have a pilau or chips and chicken, chips and chicken. Very common, right? So you have your description here. Maybe see you're wasting a lot of time here. We should probably just use ChatGPT to help us do some draft of the whole thing. So from your ChatGPT, of course, you can use your account, Google account to log in, or Facebook account. So from your ChatGPT, just type maybe have a restaurant called the restaurant. I need help with website copy. Okay, I need you to include the about, the menu, the menu should be local, and what else? You can put all the details you want, give it so that the ChatGPT knows exactly the type of content you are looking for your website. So the menu, and they also put something about the bookings. This is the most basic and probably not a good prompt, but if you take some time, you can write a better prompt for the AI, and the AI will give you somewhat better content. You still want to edit it, of course, but it gives you a good start. So in my case, it doesn't. I'll need to ask it to give me a little bit more details on the menu section. So I say add more details in the menus section. So why I did that is because I want to have some descriptions for this. So I enter, just hit the enter button again. Okay, so now we have this. So as you can see, they even know the category special chapati and beans. This is commando. ChatGPT knows the category and it's commando. Very interesting. Anyway, so let's put here our category and it's commando. Category special. The mix of matoke plain and the beef, offals, beans. Mate category. Okay, so that's our first item on the menu, category special. So this can be marked as default, which means that it can be what does it mean? Can't be edited, saved, but won't show in the editor. That's not what we are looking for. So this other item here we are going to delete. It's going to be automatically deleted because it was a demo product or a demo service. So go back to the restaurant menu. If it's still here, we just delete it. Notice you can also edit the SEO settings for this page, this particular page. Okay, so here is the thing. The first menu that GPT had created for us, this one, is what we probably want to go with. So first of all, you say this menu is for breakfast. If you notice here, there's the dinner menu, but if we open it, if you click on the manage, it gives us an example. So if you click on the dinner menu, we have the appetizers, the mains, and the desserts. That's the drinks. Now what we want to do is use this example as ChatGPT has given us: the breakfast, the lunch, the snacks, those three. But remember, under each of these, there's the category for breakfast, chapati and beans, there's tea, whatever is on your menu. There's rice, portion, and etc. So that's within the lunch and dinner. Then we have the snacks and drinks. They also have its own list. So that's what we are going to create. So this is an example, very good one. And maybe we could even just duplicate this one. But since it's our first time creating a restaurant booking website, let's just go on and create each menu from scratch so that you guys can actually understand how this works. So before we delete this one, let's go to edit menu settings, edit menu details. Those are the ones we just edited. Just go to manage menu. This will take us to the actual menu where we can start adding sections. So first we are going to just have one section for this menu. That section is going to be, let's go back to, that section is going to be breakfast. Okay. Sorry, I made a mistake. So the restaurant menus, this one is going to be called breakfast. Okay. So under breakfast, copy that text, small description for the breakfast page. So under breakfast, let's click on save. This is where we are going to have the category, the offers, and the chapati and the mandazi and the tea or the cappuccino. If you are in, if you like the cappuccino. So this section is called breakfast. Sorry, this section is called category special under the breakfast. I'll just paste that text from there, but you should have your own text edited by you, not ChatGPT. What else here do we need to add? Okay, these are the items. We need to add the items here. More items here. So you can go to edit in order to add more details about this item, like the price and the okay, this section here there's still some issue, I think. So this section here is also called, also supposed to be called breakfast, but now the way we have our examples laid out is a bit different. So just keep it simple. Just keep it simple and call this section breakfast. Or we could just switch the visibility to off for this section and we just show the items. So the breakfast menu, click save. That's the breakfast menu. Then under breakfast menu, our first item is supposed to be the category special, offers and matoke. And beans. That's our first item, and maybe it's going to be like, you can even ask ChatGPT to add for us prices in UGX and the menu section. So it regenerates the code again. This time comes with the prices, and the prices are almost very close. So that's the price there, and the label. Go back to the example site. I think we close the example site. You can open it up. Let's try the reservations page and see the order online. So the labels are these small icons that you can see. This a small leaf, like a leaf. This one is like a pizza. Those are the labels. So some of those labels, example, they just tell the client that this food is for vegans. This food uh, contains garlic. This one is gluten free, something like that. Those are the labels. Those are the labels. So let's go back to our site, edit and add more. So these are some of the labels. You can tell people that this is wheat, this is vegan food, and so on. So since there is meat, it can't be a vegan food, but you can maybe add new or scroll down. Let's say what? Let's say organic. Okay, let's say whatever you can put. Whatever you can put. Those are the examples of labels that I just showed you. Next is the image for your product or for this food. Now I don't know if we are going to find a good image for Katogo. If ChatGPT knows Katogo, maybe this site also know about the Katogo. Katogo is a mixture of offals and matoke. Let's search matoke. Let's search for food. Or let's try to say local food. Local food. You still don't have it. But what you can do is maybe go to Google, search for local food. Go to images, and before you download any images, make sure you go to this button right here, the tools button. From tools, make sure I choose the user rights to commercial and other license, or you can choose Creative Commons license. So that tells you that all the photos here are free. That's Creative Commons. So we searched for local food, right? So this is one photo you can probably use, but it's not in high quality. That's the only problem. Okay, so now I can confirm that we are actually live on as we look for images for our site. Alright, our Facebook people, finally welcome to the live. So we are live on YouTube and we are looking at how to create websites, how to create restaurant booking websites using the Wix Studio platform. But you can basically use these skills to create websites on almost any platform, as well as a drag and drop website builder. You're not looking at any codes. Okay, no coding here. So this image, if you want this image, if it looks nice to you, just click on open image in new tab. Open image in new tab, and this opens up very huge right here, which is very good. And then right click again and say save image as. and save the image anywhere on your computer. That's the first step. Next is you can same process, of course. You can just follow the same process to download more photos. Right click and say open image in new tab. Next, right click again and say save image as. So this is Zimbabwe folder. Okay, nice. So what we are looking for was a Katogo, right? Because if we go back to the list here, we need photos for all these. But since you have your own restaurant, you probably have these photos somewhere. If you don't, it's very difficult to find them. And even if you find them online, why would you use a photo that's not the actual food that you have or that's not yours? It's better for you to actually use your own photos. Originality is key. Original. Original people do original things. Okay, so this is how you go on looking for photos. If you just in case you don't have photos, the hectic process of looking for photos. But there's also sites, very many sites that can offer you photos and high quality. This is one of the sites is called appsplash.com and splash.com that we just saw integrated in the Wix Studio. Another site is called pixabay.com. Another site is called pixels.com and very many more. And they have a full list of all those sites on the website at mugabeimran.com. I will leave some links for you. So if you go to unsplash.com and maybe search for local food, let's see what they bring up. Okay, so these guys don't have what we are looking for, but they probably have some good photos you can use. Let's try Pixabay and search for local food. Still nothing for us. So the best option for us now is still to go back to Google. We have already seen that Google has something for us, but this seems to be offers, right? This look like offers. We are looking for offers. Let's first close that, but now we have some options when it comes to looking for photos. Let's go back to the menu and see. We need rice and fried fish. We need posho and breaks. Yeah. So we might end up using some vague photos just for the purpose of this tutorial, because if we look for photos and very good ones, it will probably take us an hour or so. I really don't want to keep you sitting right here just to look at me getting photos. It's an hectic process, but it's enjoyable. I enjoy it because I like looking at this. I like looking at what people do have around the internet. This is not a good place to be if you are hungry. This is not a good website to build when you are hungry. You probably want to first fill up your stomach and then you go to building a restaurant website. Local vegetable mix. So the rest of the stuff, I think we are just going to look for photos that come close enough. So in our case, instead of using the media from Wix or the media from unsplash.com, just go to site files and go to upload media and go to even the upload media button is also here. You can even drag and drop files. But in our case, we want to use the link. notice you can also import from Google Drive and Google Photos. So in our case, we are looking for this first item on the menu, right? And let's try to move this special text, and there we have category. So where else would you find this if it's not Google? So we have our category, and then you can just copy the link up here. Control C, copy this link and go to Wix and paste the link. Control V. So with Control V, we now have our first image in the not some problems, not sure what problems. Let's try to save it with right click, save image as, call it category special. Next is open up the folder where it is and drag and drop right here the Wix media upload pop-up menu. Next is make sure you remove this .jpeg or .png, whatever extension. Remove that extension just to make it easier for the search engines to understand what this is about. So there we have our image. Just click on save and we are good to go. So that's the first item, our menu. Next, let's add the next item very quick and then go to the next menu. So we have mandazi and Rolex. Let's go with the Rolex instead, not the watch, of course. So we have Rolex somewhere. This one, not bad, but looks a little bit more like they call it shawarma. Sure. This guy here has the best Rolex on the internet. Actually, not the best, but the best free one. They are better photos, but they're not completely free to be used anyway. So let's save this one. Right click, maybe just use the link. Control C for this link. Go back here. Okay, let's first name this or get ahead of ourselves. First name the item and then go to edit for you to have access to this. Then have a small description. Paste it right there. Next is the label. So this is eggs. This one contains eggs and also so a bit organic. And then have the price, which is I think it was 6k, right? In the comments, volume is low. Okay, volume is low. Volume is low. Volume is low. Volume is low. Sorry about that. Let me extend the mic. Let me come near the microphone. Volume is low, but you're going to go a little bit faster now. I've already been going fast. Someone could say, but this guy here is already been going faster now. He's saying we are going to go fast. Let's add the image for Rolex, which we are trying to upload from the internet using this link right here. Copy the link, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, click on import. Next, move the extension as usual and also give it the correct name. In our case, we want to name it Rolex. Next, just click on add to page and click on save, and we have another item within the breakfast menu. So next is we are going to go back to the menus and create another menu. This menu is going to be for lunch and dinner. Okay, so I hope you are following. So we have our breakfast menu ready. Now we are creating the lunch and dinner breakfast. You can even have, okay, not all this text, you just need the description for now. Click save and then click manage. So you can start managing this menu by clicking add section. If you have multiple sections within the lunch and dinner menu, you have multiple sections like multiple offers. Okay, so in our case we just have the lunch and dinner. That's all. And start adding items for your lunch and dinner. So there's rice and fried fish. I like that. Then we add a small description for this. Just go to edit and paste the description and try to put this includes fish and this is hot. Let's say it's hot. There's enough labels and then the price is 18,000 in this case. Like how many dollars? $3, $4? Is that possible to have a lunch of fish at sea? Not possible. It's like around $7. 18,000 and plus the image for this particular dish. So what you need to do is copy this, but we already have downloaded the image, so you can just go to upload image and go to upload from computer. So I've showed you many ways to upload the image. Fish, it's that fish thing. So I've showed you ways to upload images from internet, from the link, now from the computer. So this is not the one we are looking for, but you can go back to this, copy this name and go to Google, just search for that image. Now remember we are using the Creative Commons licenses under tools. Make sure you are using Creative Commons. That basically means these are free images for us to use for any purpose. So this is what you're looking for. I think this is close. Also close. So close enough. This is better for better than all those or the others, but it's a bit small in size. That's the problem. So let's see which one can we take. This, or this. It's small in size. I'm not sure. Not sure it's going to work. That it looks good. Let's just take it. Control C. But I've tried to import photos from this site and they have refused. Maybe let's try again with this one and see. Okay, this one has imported, so we need to change the name. Let's Control C, Control V, add to page. Next, click on save. That's one item in the lunch and dinner menu. Let's add one more item, maybe two, and then we go to the next menu. So that would be posho and goat stew. Who likes that too? Go to edit and start pasting some of the details about this dish. The label, the price is 15. And the label is fee is got there's nothing here that talks about meat. It's just say extra hot and leave it to that. It's not a must that each item has to have item labels. In fact, if you want, you can add your own label and give it your own icon. Okay, it could be anything here. So let's add an image for this posture, and that is probably posture and goat stew. And try to search this on the internet and see. I think Canva might have some of these photos. Posture and goat. Let's just search goat stew. Let's just take this one maybe. No time to waste. Let's just go with okay. So I hope null void is now hearing me clearly as trying to say something about the audio, the volume. Let's go with this one for now. Remember, you need to remove any extensions, any photo extensions or format. Click on save, and let's go to the other menu. So go back to menus, and let's delete this one. But this one was basically giving you an example of how your menus can look like. It can have appetizers, it can have a dessert section. You can basically have all the menus in one, all the all your dishes in one menu. In fact, at this point, we can probably go back to the site here and see what we have so far. So, for example, we have the breakfast, the lunch, and dinner. So, if you go to preview, click on this preview button. If you're ready to publish, you can just click publish and upgrade your site to a premium plan, and you connect custom domain name, launch your site. So this is what we have so far. This is the example menu that came with the site, but this is what we have just created. Created this for breakfast, then for lunch. 2 items for each so far, but you can add as many as you want. Looking good, right? Prices are there, and if someone is interested in this, they can just click on it, right? Maybe you need first add a bookings, you need to set up a bookings page. Let's first go back to edit site. Just click on edit site beside the publish button. If it's not in preview mode, it's in edit site mode. So we go back to manage menus and we create one more menu with 3 items. Then we come back to the edit and we see how it actually works. So let's delete this one. Don't need it. Also delete the items from this menu. So create a new menu and call it side dishes and accompaniments. You can even call this one dessert. Now let's go with this one, snacks and drinks. And a little bit of let's put this text. Click save and we have our menu. Next is we edit the items in the menu by first creating one section, one main section. So you go to add section and let's just call this section the same name as the menu. And let's name this. Let's just click save. No more info for that. Then adding items to this menu, the snacks and drinks menu, starting with the samosas, and then you go to edit this item, so you can paste this item description and the price as well as an image for that. Start with the crisp, this description, paste it right here. Next is the labels. So this one can be a vegan type of samosa. It can be a vegetarian. Again, as I said, it's not compulsory for you to put labels, but if you want to get some indications to the customers, you can use those. This says it's 3,000. Of course, you have your own prices, right? Time for image. Click on the plus right here to add an image. Then you can search for maybe let's try media from Wix and see. So they have some samosas, nice ones. You can use that photo or this one right here. Click on save and we have our first item in the snacks and drinks website. Sorry, snacks and drinks menu. Next, add fresh juice. And we go to edit and add the description, add the price, which is 7,000, and add the photo. So what label could you add to this? For example, I don't think we need labels for that. 7,000, then we add the photo. In this case, we go back to media from Wix and we search for fresh juice. Or you can search for whatever you are looking for. And maybe we can go with this photo right here, looking brilliant, nice. Click on save and let's add one more item and go back to the site site editor. So let's say milk and sugar, soft drinks and sodas. Go to edit and add the small description plus the price and the photo. So let's get that from unsplash.com. Let's see what they have for us. nothing. Let's try a media from Wix again. There's something, but not exactly what you are looking for. You can try one keyword at a time. Let's try soft drinks. Let's try soda. Okay, let's go back to Google and try soft drinks and soda. Okay, Google is always the best. So we can go with this, or we can go with this one. Whatever looks nice to you. Whatever tries to represent your message better. Just take this one. So let's use the link, Control C for this link. Go back to site files, go to upload media, go to link, paste right here and click on import, and we are good to go. So make sure you remove the space, the name. Is that the name? Okay, the name is right here. So make sure you give it a good name, and also without any extensions. So click add to page and we are good to go. Click on save. Alright, so now we have our menus ready. So the next thing is to make sure someone can book these menus, someone can place orders for these menus. So for any details, let's go to these buttons. If you notice, there's a three dotted lines button right here. This one takes you to more actions, for example, duplicating this menu and editing the items within the menu. Editing SEO settings, which is my favorite, and designing or printing the menu, right? Or make sure it's accessible physically to customers. Now this one will take us to the editor where you can find like templates for menus that you can design and print. Download your menu after you have finished designing, then you can print. Okay, that's the menu designer in the website dashboard. I think our menus are ready. Maybe we can add a few items to the menu, right? Alright, so now that you have this, we want to make sure, let's first publish, give a name, good name to this website. It's going to be the big restaurant. Click on save and continue. So remember, we tried to save earlier and it refused. That was because of internet connection. So if you have issues with your internet, you'll have issues with saving your website. If you have issues saving your website, be very careful because you might design the whole stuff and you end up but that is no longer the case with Wix Studio, because at first you use it to design the website and you find yourself that you have not saved like for the last hour, and if it gets disconnected you lose all your work that you have done. But it's not the case anymore. So the way Wix Studio has done it is to have the Wix autosave. It was also available in the Wix editor, but I don't think it was that active. But now it's very active. If the internet is active, it's auto-saving your site progress. So you don't have to worry anything about that, right? Let's first make this top header a different color. Maybe this one. Next is let's make sure that we can people can be able to click on these. They are clickable. So let's try to preview the site by clicking on a preview button, and when I click on this, it doesn't seem like it's working. Maybe I can try it in the actual live site by clicking on the link. This is the free domain name that we have been provided with, and I need to do something about that site. But under the menu, we also need to add the button. We need to add the button for we need to add the link here for the menu. Let's first go to the home page. Maybe we can make this one the home page, but let's first go to the home page, and maybe we can change the text, or we can just delete this section completely. Let's just move this section down below. Okay, so we have moved it below this section. So this one is on top, but it's not a slider. That's why I wanted us to create a slider. But no time for this video. The last video I showed you all that: sections, grids, sliders, everything you need to know about creating Wix, creating websites, responsive websites using the Wix platform, or using any other platform in that matter. As long as it's a drag and drop platform, you can use, or you can apply the same skills from this video, from also from all the other videos that you have been looking at using the Wix to create a website. So what I'm doing here, you should probably already know, but I'm just clicking on elements and editing their settings using the inspector panel. So in this case, the button, we need to edit the text. I look for the text down below and change its color to white. And for the buttons, they have two modes. They have the regular and the hover mode. So when they hover over this button, change the background color from black to this, and then the text will be black. That's how you go on editing your section items and grids and cells. So for the menu, we need to click on this menu right here and go to manage menu and add item. So we add main pages. One of the main pages is, you're not seeing it here, so we click on show more pages and go to page. Make sure it's page. But these are other ways to link. Maybe you can link a web address, you can link an anchor, you can link to top or to the bottom of the page, and more. There's also like box, which is like a pop-up that comes up. Maybe for example it's for email, newsletter, or it's for just a promo. So pages, under page, look for the menu page, which is right here under restaurant pages. Depends on how many pages we have for the restaurant, but in our case it seems like we are missing one page, which is supposed to be like the bookings page. So next, click on done. This page is going to be opening up in this current tab, not in a new tab. Now that we have our menu available, we can edit it a bit from this side. Under pages, you go to the menu page and go to these three buttons, these three dots. So there's SEO settings, there's let's say other page settings like the page info, but the SEO settings also very important. And then we have the rename, which I'm looking for. So in this case, I want us to remove this text that says new. This is like a new feature in Wix. And then set as home page or delete the page. So when we set this as home page, when the client loads the page or the website, it will take them to this page because it will be the home page. Okay, so next is, I think we need to go back to the apps, or just go to the add elements button and you look for the app that says restaurants down here. So under this, they will tell us which apps we need, like for example online orders, which we haven't yet added, then the table reservations. So let's add these other apps. We have finished working with this, the menus, but what we haven't seen on the menus is the settings button right here. So under the settings button, you can reduce maybe the space between this. Maybe you can change the color, the background color. For example, the menus we have so far, you can also rearrange them from here. Then the layout of the menus, how you want this to display. Notice we have columns, we have center alignment, we have the split, which is also good, but I like to see the grids. And then you can change the spacing between the grids. Maybe we want a 30 or 15, that spacing between rows. Hit enter, and the spacing between the sections is 35. Hit enter. Not seeing this. Okay, that's because the sections are arranged in a different way. But these are all the settings you need to display your menu as you want it. So since we don't have bookings yet, our menus are not. Let's refresh this page. Let's refresh again. We need to click on publish and try to refresh again. Refresh again and again. Okay, it's not yet saved. Notice, just save it now. It's saving slowly. Okay, now let's refresh again. Alright, so this is the site so far, and we can even make sure that these buttons are taking people somewhere. You can create the contact page as I showed you in the last video. This video we are simply here to look at the restaurants bookings app, the restaurants and online booking. So under menus, this is where we have our menus, and it's not clickable for now. I'm clicking and it's not clickable. So that's the next app we are looking at. Under add elements, you go to restaurants and look for online orders. Make sure we can take online orders. Make sure the client can take online orders for pickup or for delivery. Scheduling, pre-order, customizable ordering experience, and managing everything from Wix. Just click on add to site, just like we did with the Wix Restaurants app. The only difference is we installed the Wix Restaurants app via the app marketplace. For this one, we have just used the add elements button. Alright. So if you guys have any questions so far, please leave them in the comments. I'll be checking every other few minutes. This is the bookings page now, and this bookings page is connected to the menu already, so nothing to set up right here, nothing much to set up. If they add an item to the cart, take a sip of water. So I was saying, if they add an item to one, if the client comes to the site and they add an item to the cart, they will be saying, let me refresh this page. I think it needs a little bit of a refresh. Still saving. Okay, but we need to see our images right here. That's why I want to. Okay, the images are loaded. Okay, still saving. It's slow. Let me try to close some of the other pages that we are not using. They are probably taking up some RAM, but we need them for reference later. So let me try to close and open again. You see how it's taking up like a lot of RAM, 1.4 GB. Let's try to close it, and we have to open it again. You can just type in editor.wixstudio.com. Okay, this case editor.wix.com/studio. Any questions? Any questions, guys? I think internet became a little bit slow along the way. Unfortunately, that's another side. Sorry about that. Yes, a little bit more patient here. You're almost there. Just a few steps, and your restaurant's booking website is ready to go. Just a few steps. Now that we have our menu, it's almost like the biggest step that is required for this app to work. So you have the menu. Now we just need to make sure that it's bookable. Someone can book or can order online for these items. So that's what we are trying to make sure of. That's the only step that's remaining here. So be a little bit patient here as we wait for this page to load. Again, as I mentioned earlier, it's mostly about either it's internet connection, or it's your computer speed. Depends on those two. Right. So we are back to the home page. Whenever you refresh the page, it takes you back to the home page. But in our case, what we want to do first of all is make sure this button and the menu, they are not overlapping. So we just click on the menu right here, click until you make sure you have those handles, then hold down the shift key and move or drag the menu on the side, so you have some space for this add to cart button or the cart icon. So next is we go back to the pages, and we look for, now that we have added the online bookings page or online orders page for the restaurants app, we have all these pages: the order page, the cart page, the thank you page after the customer has finished ordering, order tracking page for the customer to track their items, the side cart page, the fulfillment method, the items. So these are some of the pages that the customer is going to go through when they are placing the order. Okay. They also have the sign up and login page, of course, for the customer to be able to log in and track their orders. So again, we have the menus page, which is the first page, and then after that we have the online orders page, and then um, that's loading. Let's give it a few minutes to see how it looks like, the online orders page. Someone clicked on the order and it brings them to this page. So this is also part of checking whether you choose pickup or it's a delivery. Okay, so this is the page. This is like this is like a page with all the items that someone has ordered and the details of where it's going to be delivered. So the cart page is now empty, nothing yet on the cart. You haven't yet added anything to the cart. The thank you page, that's available when someone has finished the order, and you can edit this uh, to, to place or to give your customer a specific message as a thank you page or as a thank you message. Next, so I think the thank you page is blank for now. Okay, it's right there. Thank you, customer name, and it's not blank. So thank you page again. Let's load it. So this is the thank you page with the items that the customer has purchased, and then where it's going to be delivered, basically the shipping details that the customer has entered. Then order tracking page. All these pages are available already. They are created via this app. They come with this app, the restaurants or ordering app, online ordering app. So order tracking, status for the customer to track the status of their order. Side cart right here that pops up on the right hand side when someone is trying to add to cart, add more items to the cart, and that's what we call the light box. Next, the fulfillment method. The customer now is choosing what fulfillment method is going to be considered. Is it going to be a delivery or is it going to be a pickup? Next, the item details that the customer has ordered, and if there's any error in the order, that's how it is going to be displayed. You can also edit it as well. Next is the sign up and the login. Okay, so this last app right here under restaurants, if you go back to the add elements button, last app here under restaurants, that's the table reservations. So this one allows customers to allows you to take online and phone reservations, and also manage tables and prevent overbooking. You can also prevent no shows with email and SMS. Yeah, sure. There's an SMS tool that can allow you to send messages to your customers right from the Wix platform, right from the Wix mobile app or from the Wix editor on the website. sorry, on the dashboard, from the Wix dashboard. So that's the table reservations app. If you want that, you can also add it as well. But I don't think we actually need that. I think that is for a big restaurants that have many tables. If you just have a small restaurant, I don't think you need the table reservations app. And that's all you need for your restaurant's website. So as you can see, this is an app basically specifically made for those with big restaurants that have many tables. So you can just click on manage reservations, and it brings you, I think you can notice it has its own section, but for the menu of the restaurant you'll have to go to catalog. So for table reservations right here, it will help you to know that you have customers that are coming in and how many are there. So again, if you have a big restaurant and you want to plan ahead, I think this table reservations app would be very helpful, very handy. So you can see your requests and you can know some people are coming in later at what time. And it is, as you can see, when you click on add reservation, you get all these details. So you know which table to place them, you know how much time, when they are coming and when they are leaving probably, and the status. Are they finished? Have you finished serving them or so? And then their details, their phone number, their email, so that you can be able to follow up. Maybe send them an email or send them SMS right using the Wix app. There is an app that you need to install for that to connect and be able to send people SMSs. So the rest of this is for you to apply the skills that we learned in the last video, so that you can be able to start creating the other sections and the grids of your website, of your restaurant website, so that it can be able for the audience, for the clients to view. And that's the home page right there. So anyways, if you have any questions or if you need any help doing that, be sure to let me know. You can check out my website at mkawiimran.com for details, and the WhatsApp button is right there. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because we have more of these videos coming up. But just to close up this one, just to close this video, I've looked at the restaurants app, how to add this menu. I've taken you through step by step. I've looked at how to create a restaurant's booking website, because that's the basic app you need. The rest of this is just to maybe create like a good looking home page and add some of these. For example, if we go back to our site, our editor, where is our editor? Is right here. So if we go back to the editor and go back to the home page, right? If we go back to the home page and go to, let's go to add section. So from add section, click on design section and look for, actually you can just go to restaurants, and under restaurants you notice that if you go to menus, if you go to online orders, we have this, we have table restaurants, we have this, but menus nothing. And that's because you can go back to sections, design the sections, and we can look for a section that is close to that, right? You can also use the wireframes section. These are some of the sections that you can use for your site. Don't be afraid check out all these and make sure you can find something that's best fit for your site. So to me this looks like something we need to create from scratch. Take a look at this. Probably want to create this from scratch and add like a repeater. If you look for repeaters here, maybe from services we could create something like this. And then what we do is just change the photos. Let's do a Control Z on that and create a simpler, a more simple section. Now we can just click on the text, edit it and put like that, maybe our menu. And for this slider we can even delete it if you want. Now for these sections you can just click on once, click again to select the stack, and click again to select the item within the stack, then click again to select the items within that stack, the other items within that stack. So you can click on the image and click on change image to change a proper image based on this item that you are going to paste right here. This is not the right site for you to build when you are hungry. Okay, so the names, just go to your page, just go to your paper or wherever else you kept your names and start pasting. So in this case, the category space. Next, rice and fried fish. Supposed to be the posho and goat stew. That is probably, this was breakfast again. You have mixed this up. It's better for you to create like a section for each menu just for promotional purposes on the home page. But it seems for me I've mixed them up. I'll put breakfast food here and lunch food here. But for these buttons, these are buttons here for read more. You can connect these buttons to the menu page. So from pages, you choose restaurant pages, right? Choose restaurant pages, and also you can choose a specific page, maybe reservations page, so that when someone clicks on this button, it will take them to the reservations page. So that's the same thing that we need to do for these other buttons. This order online. Let's see the difference in these pages. Order online, and make sure you publish the changes in order for you to be able to view these changes on the live site. So view site, and they go to menus. This should be clickable, but it's not sure why. Trying to click and it's not clickable. That means we still need to set up some page, and sometimes it might not be clickable because the site is not active. So if you scroll down, we have these links that we have just added. This section, just click on read more or book now. We can change this text from read more to book now, and text someone to this page where these items are. So someone can click on these items right now, add to cart, maybe choose how many plates they want, add to cart, and then view cart, check out. Now this address here to change. If you go to checkout page, that's where someone can edit all that. We can't accept online orders right now, and that's because of something I just mentioned. For your site to be able to accept online payments and orders, it has to be under premium site, and it has to have a custom domain name connected to it. It has to have a custom domain, not this free domain name. So that's the next step that you probably want to do. And once everything is done, of course, so that's the next step. Just go to connect your domain. Maybe you should probably start by upgrading your site, and it can be either a monthly or a yearly plan. So in the last video, of course, and in other videos, I showed you how to edit your site. So you can come in, you can go back to those videos and get those skills to be able to add more sections to your site, and maybe make more edits to your site, add more pages. And when you're ready to launch, you can upgrade your site to this plan right here, the standard plan. Depends on which, if you're using the Wix Studio, it would be like 25 per month, or it would be like 200 per year, 240 per year, right? That would be 240 per year or 25 per month. And the reason you want this plan is because that's the plan that accepts online payments. This one doesn't. This is the basic plan. You can also use this if you want 16 per month and 144 per year, which doesn't include online payments but still allows your site to be live. But you can take online bookings for this plan. That's the only difference. But anyhow, that's how you go on creating your restaurant's menu and making sure someone can start booking. So once you are done, you just go back to the site dashboard. You can do the rest of stuff like connecting your Google Analytics, connecting your Facebook pixel, setting up your email marketing, all that. So I hope the video was helpful. If it was, be sure to leave a like, leave some comments, share the video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel because you have got more of this coming to you. Anyhow, uh, last thing we do here is rename the site from my site to up here to big restaurant. Save. Again, table reservations there and a catalog for you to add items to your menu. All right. These tabs you have seen. Maybe you have some questions. Okay, this guy of the not sure what it's doing. Uh, so our live for today is ending there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me in this week's tutorial on how to create a restaurant's booking website. And I hope to see you in the next one. But before we leave, let's take a look and see if we have any questions around. If you have any questions, please, this would be the best time for you to ask them before we close this video. Okay. Under catalog, this is where you go for adding items to your restaurant's menu. Again, I have videos on how to connect your domain, how to purchase the upgrade your site right here on the YouTube channel, also on the website at gabyimran.com. So make sure you check that out. For those on TikTok, thanks for joining in, and those on the YouTube, again,